What's up, friend? Last Friday, Pearl Abyss hosted the Heidel Bowl, which was initially intended to be a live event, but for obvious circumstances became an online event. What PA usually does is every 6 months they make these nice events to announce new content and what they're working on. Well, I hope you're braced to your fucking seats, cause this has been the biggest one so far. There are literally so many different things to unpack. I'll just start. The event starts like a proper event should, with Koreans playing black metal. Oh, by the way, the English stream was hosted by two CMs from the console version of Mediah. This was the first time I actually saw them in action, and I gotta say, as much as I love my boy Endlave, I fucking love them. We got for the first time some global infographic, which I thought was pretty cool. Starts off with the most created classes, top 3 being DK, Sork and Ranger. Honestly, kinda surprised to see DK and Ranger in the top 3. But I guess people just like big goth elf boobies. Then we have the most important stat of all, the most caught fish. The whale. We have a total of rare items in the game's just compass. I didn't expect to see that many compasses, also fuck everyone who already has the infinite potion. Total amount of blackstones used for announcements, no one gives a shit. Total number of pen blackstar weapons, weird flex but okay. Number of Karaks, again, no one cares. Total amount of Vels, Garmot and Cans dropped, and a total amount of dream horses. Alright, cool. Then they showed the most popular character preset for each region, which only proves the FBI is likely tracking some people in the video player base because they see a worrying trend. Next part of the event was a jumping puzzle style event, where the highlights was this burn.
Bring it home, drum rolls please, Will.
Bring it home, bring it home.
Will NA be the first? Oh,
there it is!
Yeah, NA! NA, give me some hashtag NA lol in chat, because it's not very often North America winning anything.
North America got this.
And this. Then Jay got on stage. If you guys don't know Jay, he is the executive producer of Mediah. So he's the reason why you have a gambling addiction and a declining social life. He's a merciful god, so everyone is gonna receive 1060 Cron and 100 fail stacks. So that one guildie, you know, is gonna one-tap 2 pens while you're just gonna fail literally everything. He talks quite a bit about self-publishing, and I have this feeling that they're eventually gonna take over Kakao sooner or later. Then mentions that they're constantly trying to optimize the game, and the console release actually helped them discover some ways to make the game run better, and that this is one of their main focuses. Now the real shit starts to go down. I have never seen Pearl Abyss be so open, transparent, and most importantly, admit their own mistakes to this extent. They straight up apologize for fucking up the balance of PvP. It then says the initial feedback from Succession was that it was too weak, so that's the reason they ended up overtuning the damage of every Succession class. This is not what they want though, they actually want you to choose between Succession or Awakening for specific pros and cons, not just because one is straight up better. And then he makes a great point in my opinion, where he says that they didn't want people to know specific numbers for the class damage modifiers of each class, because they didn't want people to pick a class just based on which one has the highest number, but they do plan on revealing more and more numbers, such as the class modifiers, in the future patches, which is kind of a big deal. The game changed a great deal when Blue leaked all the hidden stats, and I think the game will continue to change whenever we get more informations like this. A great news that so many people have been asking for since forever is that PA is going to invite players all across the world that are experienced and knowledgeable to help them balance the game. This is huge! PA has been so resilient and stubborn with just doing their thing and not listening to feedback. And while I believe that that way of balancing can work sometimes, it can also lead to some really shitty changes to the game, which is what we saw for pretty much 2 years up until recently. I'm so excited about this, and this also gave me renewed respect for Pearl Abyss, a company so closed to feedback with a never look back mentality, now admitting their own past mistakes and asking the community for help. Then, if your dick wasn't already hard enough, he doubles down by announcing the removal of the weapon exchange coupons. Cause even PA is ashamed of the flavor of the month rerollers. Yes, you heard right, PA is willing to lower their profits to make the game better. This is almost unprecedented, at this scale at least, and I think PA deserves a lot of praise for this move. Moving on, he showed a global roadmap for 2020 content updates. We're getting the seasonal servers, a way for new players to catch up faster, the Otter and Papu PvP thingy, which sounds like complete garbage, but I give them the benefit of the doubt. Blackstar armor should arrive in June, and Odilicia, the new region, should be released in the second half of the year. You guys hyped yet? We're not even halfway through. We finally have the name of the new class, Hashashin? Which is actually the etymology of the word assassin, so yeah, you learn something new every day. He engages in melee combat with the Shamshir as his main weapon, but also wields the sandstorms to quickly escape from danger or suppress his opponent. So he's likely gonna be a very mobile assassin, and I'm personally super hyped. They also showed a brief clip of one of his main skills. In addition, he has a skill that allows him to imbue the memory of a specific place in the sandstorms and return to that place, given that he's not too far away. He can also create sandstorms to chase enemies or ambush them from above. He also has a minor passive, Fit to the Desert, where he can travel faster and has a higher resistance to desert debuff, which leads me to believe this class is created in mind with the future desert rework that they talked about some time ago. They also say in Awakening he receives the power of the gods, a way of them of saying that the class is gonna be broken as fuck. They plan to release a Hashashin in July, and I'm so excited for it. I will always love my Sork, but the bad boy is looking interesting. Next, it talks a bit about Thornwood Forest, which is a PvEvP mode where you will have both PvP and boss raid type of combat. This looks super interesting, and finally some kind of a PvP activity that you can play with your friends whenever you want. Hopefully they won't make a standalone game from it, but fuck PvP. He moves straight to horse content. Announced 4 new breeds of horses, which sounds like dream horses on steroids, and on top of that, they are reworking horse races to make it more fun and easier to participate, and actually sounds kinda cool. He then talks about the early development of the bounty system, where if you're salty about being killed by someone in open world, you can pay some simp to hunt said player. He then says they're reworking the Zodiac signs, so the meme will no longer be meme, and your gameplay will slightly be affected by the sign you have on your character. Every day you might have a different buff, such as +1 fail stack or 1% drop rate or extra experience. Another massive news is the announcement of a rework of the Nodeware system to make it more strategic. They kinda just dropped the bomb there and moved on. They're also hosting in the future a cross-region Nodeware, which is kind of the dream and something I hope to see since day one of BDO, and I'm actually kind of molding because he says that this will only be done in self-publishing regions, which makes me really sad, and a bit hopeful that PA maybe eventually will take over Kakao. You think we're over with the announcements? Think again. He talks about making a channel where mobs in low-leveled zones get empowered and drop increased rewards. We're gonna grind orcs like it's 2016 again. For the first time, we see the legendary Snow region, located south of Mediah. A Snow region has kinda been speculated for a long time, and they finally revealed it is in development, and it has a fucking ice dragon on it. Release targeted for winter 2021. One region announcement was not enough for you fucks? Well, how about another one? The Land of Demons, north of Valencia. If your panties are not wet at this point, then this will just end you. They finally announced that they want to expand the Kingdom of Hazo, the Asian-themed content north of Portrat. Moving on, he says that they are forming the Black Desert Outfit Creation Task Force that will pump out a new costume per class every single week. He kinda ends this segment in a very nice way, where he says that he loves the feeling you have of jumping into the world of Black Desert for the first time, and how overwhelmed you get by discovering how everything works bit by bit, but after years, this feeling fades, and as a veteran, you feel like the game is solved, and you just play in the most optimal way possible. He wants to work hard on recreating that initial feeling of wonder. And I fucking love him for saying that, because I have some really fond and amazing memories of my first experiences in Black Desert. That was probably the most amount of information PA has ever gave us, and a truckload of new content coming up as well. I am so happy to be a player of BDO right now, and this Heidel Ball actually made me quite happy for the future of the game. Last part of the stream was a Q&A, and I'm gonna give you a quick TLDR of it. If you enjoyed the video so far, please consider destroying them YouTube buttons to help the channel by doing some 4D chess on the algorithm. Do you listen to feedback that doesn't only come from Korea? We don't listen to anyone. If you use a skill on elevated terrain, it kinda fucks it up. Can you fix it? Maybe. When will you revamp the loyalty store? Soon. Will you rework the merchant's ring? We might make it lower the tax on the central market, but probably we'll do other changes to it. Skill presets when? Soon. Will you rework horse content? Yes. Any plans on revamping hunting? Yes. Any plans on adding more rewards for reaching 65 or 66? Get a life. Any update on Imperial Delivery gift box? No. Any new life skills? I want to make old content better rather than making new content. Any plans on improving unpopular life skills such as trading? Yes. Any plans on improving guild rights and fix some abuse of the current system? Working on it. Team then asks a super long ass question and they straight up mistranslate it and just dodge it? Are you making more instruments for Shy? Yes. Will bartering get nerfed? Not really, go grind, you nerd. Are RNG carried people subhumans? Yes. Plans to revamp the announcement system? Nope. There's too many ships in the docks, can you fix it? The technology is not here yet. Can you fix the inflation on some servers? We want to be careful with it. Plans to add more inventory slots, weight limit and storage slots? Nope. Do you play BDO? Yes, I'm a gamer. Can you open a merch shop globally? Trade laws are making things slow. Plans for party dungeons? Working on it. Any RBF updates? We're working on new stuff coming out soon. Can I marry my BDO waifu? No, you degenerate. Agris Fever on-off button? Coming soon. And that was it for the Heidel Ball. I hope you're as excited as I am for the future of the game, and thank you so much for watching the video until the end. See you next week or on stream. Kisses.